The Atlas complex. I saw a comment on one of my videos this week that really struck me. I wish I could remember who posted it, but I can't. So thank you for inspiring this idea. Why is it that when other people mess up, it's my fault, but when other people mess up, it's also my fault? Why is it that when I mess up, it's my fault, but when other people mess up, it's also my fault? Let's call this the Atlas complex. If you care too much about harmony, you end up volunteering to be the scapegoat in every room. Someone else snaps at the waiter, you apologize. A partner forgets an anniversary, you bend yourself into origami explaining how you should have reminded them. A project collapses at work, you lie awake replaying how you could have prevented it, despite the fact that 6 other people were asleep at the wheel. It's like carrying around a magnet for blame. And part of this comes from childhood training. If your peace at home depended on you keeping everyone else happy, you learned very early that the fastest route to calm was to accept fault, even when it wasn't yours. The problem is that the world will happily accept this bargain. If you are willing to hold the bag, there will always be someone eager to drop theirs into your arms. In Greek myth, Atlas was a titan who fought against the Olympian gods, and when his side lost, Zeus condemned him to hold up the sky for eternity. In life, many of us volunteer for the same sentence. We confuse nobility with needless burden, and we don't notice the chains because they look like responsibility. There is a difference between being kind and seeming kind. One nourishes you, the other erases you. Good Will Hunting has maybe the most poignant version. Robin Williams' character Sean sits across from Will in a therapy session and repeats, "It's not your fault," over and over. "It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not your fault." Will was brilliant, but traumatized and had never accepted it. At first, Will laughs it off. Then he grows angry. And finally, he breaks because the most corrosive thing wasn't his own mistakes. It was carrying the blame for the things done to him, things that were never his to own. Self-esteem can't grow if every bruise that the world leaves on you gets mistaken for a self-inflicted wound. The irony is that people who chronically self-blame often think they're being noble. At least if it's my fault, I can fix it. Responsibility feels like agency, but there's a dark flip side. If everything is your fault, then nothing is anyone else's. You've quietly signed a contract absolving the world of its share of the work. And that's not virtue. It's self-betrayal. I think relationships suffer the most under this spell. When one partner absorbs all the blame, the other never learns accountability. Boundaries aren't walls. They're the conditions that love needs to survive. And instead of standing side by side against life's inevitable mess, you create a parent-child dynamic. One apologizes and the other is indulged. And love can't breathe in that imbalance. The way out is not to stop owning your mistakes. That part is beautiful and rare. You just need to let others own theirs too. Bravery isn't bowing your head. It's lifting it and saying, this one's not on me. Strength is knowing when to own your mistakes and when to hand back the ones that aren't yours. The courage isn't in denial. It's in refusing to be Atlas, refusing to absorb the weight of other people's failures just to keep the peace. Otherwise, you spend your life mopping up after other people's spills, confusing servitude for strength, and wondering why your shoulders ache all the time.